Friday Night Baseball from the Twin Cities. Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight we begin a new homestand with the first of 3 between the Detroit Tigers and the Minnesota Twins. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Pablo Lopez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
For Detroit.
So striding forward now, number 60, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, well, they come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've had a rough go of it of late. They've lost 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Start
the second
today.
baseman.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the stretch as quick as possible. You want to see how he handles the moment, see if maybe you can run on him. A lot of things going to open up with this next at bat.
Zach McHenry stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. 0-1, here it comes. Pitch is high. Throw. Not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Certainly a very close blow at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with Show Track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Got him. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now. And by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, Dero, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times, his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little...
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
A nice way to start a new series, Dero. The thing you want to do is try to score early. It's always nice to win the first game of the series.
Yeah, they're coming out swinging right here, trying to set the tone and let everybody breathe a deep sigh of relief. Hopefully get this first game under our belt.
Here comes the first pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Good job there to jump ahead of the fastball. If he's going to get back on track out there, the fastball is what he's going to start the league locating first and foremost. Then he can work his other pitches off of that.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Lays off 2-2 now. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So a runner at first with 2 away. From the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. 1-2 to the Tigers catcher. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Meadows, runner at first with 2 gone. Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw. Well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. So it's a successful stolen base as they look for a run here in the top of the first. And we take a look there at the team leaders in stolen bases so far. And we find that these guys are currently 4th best in that category in the junior circuit.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3 and 2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with
and the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Tigers get just the one. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Tigers 1 and the Twins coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Spencer Turnbull gets the call for game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Leading off. Hey, man, we're going to look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Shot toward right center. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first down.
Tyler
Digging in. Tyler W. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday. This is taken outside for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled away. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
No doubt. I'm here to watch the dynamic play of Byron Buxton. He hit over 350 last night. Just consistent at bats all throughout the month. He was tough to pitch to, hitting good pitching and hit poor pitching as well. We'll see if he stays hot here.
And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will. Next up for Detroit, number 4. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Correa is there. Throw to first to the in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Hey guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. Guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Show Track. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Played on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Takes just 4 pitches to retire the Tigers. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Leading off the inning, Byron Buxton. And they'll need him to get something going here.
The center fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Swing and a liner. Foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ball and 2 strikes. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Detroit Tigers.
Batting
And
fifth.
guys, taking a look at this
Designated
defense
hitter.
is going to have to
Howard.
be stout today. Starting
Healy.
pitcher with an ERA north of 5
Oh, that's
usually
too high.
spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
The 1-0. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Well, that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers
Batting
are not where he wants them to
The
be
third
so
baseman.
far this year, but you never know by that
Lewis.
swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Stepping in, Royce Lewis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
In on the hands of it with the fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Looked at for ball number 2.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on the base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
First pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move, but this will land untouched. Here's the 0-1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Reined in. There's one. He's not in time as he beats the throw by itself. He's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First delivery to him on the way. Line towards center field. Green is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out of it. Next for the Tigers, Yoan Moncada, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow.
Nope,
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Moncada, the former Chicago White Sox, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expect.
The 1-2. Is taken for ball 2.
I got to count 2-2.
The 2-2. Ripped down the line. This is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hard hit towards center. Buxton patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. So with one
Now
away,
batting.
we'll show you where these
Number
guys
60.
sit in the current division standings, and you can see them trailing the frontrunners by 3 games entering play today. Into the box, number 60. He reached on a single in his first try. 1 out, nobody on. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The next 0-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The next 0-2. His fastball misses. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Sliced hard on the ground. can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, second base.
So digging in now, Zach McHenry. He'll look to bounce back after striking out last time up. Popped up, Correa over to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out. So it's a runner at first with two gone. Austin Meadows will be the next to bat. Circle change, too low, ball one. Meadows swings the bat and throws from the left side and stands in at 6'3". He's a second-year big leaguer. And that throws in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. And now third base coach Dave Clark's giving him the come on around third. He will score, and they now lead by 2.
Great piece of hitting here. Man on first, and they're playing him through hole, but he crosses him up and goes the other way with it, making the outfielder cover a lot of extra ground. That allowed the runner to come all the way around from first to score, and that was a great piece of hitting.
And this is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
If you're in the box right now, you've got to wait him out. He obviously does not want to come see you with a fastball. He's been nibbling this hole at bat and just missed with that backdoor breaking ball.
Got it looking, and that ends the inning. Tigers strike for a run on this RBI double. We play 2.5, and it's now 2-0 Tigers.
Welcome back as the Twins look to get their bats going in the third inning, and you can say they've really been trying to do that pretty much all year. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Ball 1, Correa, sometimes called Show-Rea. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted
Count
him.
to 2 and 1.
He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Fouled off. The 2-2. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
Now pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. 3-2 one more time. And good patience exercise as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third. The next twin up, Darren
Second baseman, Darren Obradovich.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. And he fouls this one off. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
One there on the first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Up next for Minnesota.
Standing in, Tyler W. for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
That could be one of the downfalls of pitching out. It puts you behind in the count, and if you throw another ball, you're kind of in a difficult spot.
Here it comes, 2-0. 3 and 0
ball
now.
3.
Shorty Holt waits on deck. 1 pitch. And it's fouled away. Now the payoff pitch home. Popped him up. Vasquez is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping into the box, Shorty Holt.
Shorty Holt.
Ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's
2
running.
balls, no
Easy
strikes.
transfer throw to second base.
Now the 2-0 home. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Meadows going back on it. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Twins have rallied to tie it at 2.
This is why you just can't rely on one pitch. These are the best hitters in the world. And when they know what's coming, they're going to jump all over it, just like he did there.
The center fielder, number 25.
Here's Byron Buxton now. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their offense. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already. And he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just about good, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Thank you, Heidi. And
Off
he'll
the
look
plate,
at a
ball 1.
fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung out and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, number 10 for him on the year, and the Tigers have taken a 3-2 lead. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Hot shot to third and handled for the first down. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Popped him up. Robinson is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So 2 outs now for the Tigers in their half of the 4th. And into bat next, the versatile weapon, Javier Baez. A swing, and it drives sent out toward the gap. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes one swing of the bat to get out of the slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here. He's been struggling, no doubt about it, but he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's
fastball at the letters, and he turns on it, hits it high and deep out to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 for the Tigers, and it comes on this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-2. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already. And he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
The designated hitter, Allen.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Healy.
Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Ball and a strike. Breaking ball. It just runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
He's falling behind now, 3-1.
That's a good job right there. Very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Legs turning, he's headed for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Man, that's got to sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. He was plunked with the pitch in his first trip to the plate. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a high drive to right center field. And this is run down out there in right center as the runner tags from second. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone.
The left fielder.
Ready for another chance? Colby Obradovich. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
But right at the shortstop for the second out.
The catcher.
Now batting, Dan Robinson, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. From the stretch. Lined into right, a base hit. And the score from third is the tying run. It's a 3-3 game.
Boy, there are big RBIs and big base hits here, but none more than with 2 outs. A big 2-out knock right there. Not only ties things up, but keeps the inning going as well.
Yeah, just a great approach right there by the batter. You never know when your number's going to be called. You always want to pass the baton to the next guy behind you. Take the donut off your bat and trust in the teammate behind you. That is a huge knock and keeps the line moving.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
The batter, number 1.
Ready once again, Darren Obradovich.
Darren Obradovich.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Drilled to the right side. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
The first
stepping up now, Tyler W. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away. First pitch is a breaking ball, taken down and away for ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ready with the 1-0. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Robinson, the runner at third. Correa at second. Obradovich at first. 2 out in the inning. A 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Here's the 2-1. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Green ranging back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. 2 runs have scored. And he's in safely at third as they jump out ahead with 3 runs scoring on the play.
The right fielder, number 13.
Yeah, and I'm sure the pitcher's talking to himself on the mound, too. And I can't blame him. He's responsible for loading the bases, and he just served up a pitch that absolutely got roped for a bases-clearing triple. 1 swing, 3 runs.
Stepping in now, Shorty Holt, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the 0-1. And there's ball 1.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Green is there. And the inning is over. Nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We played 4 full. Minnesota leads this one 6-3. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is called in for the first out.
The second baseman.
Digging in once again,
McHenry.
Zach McHenry. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he takes ball 1. Pitch saws him off as this one's lifted in the air. And they'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And Austin Meadows will be the next to bat. Fouled away. Fouled off. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Now another 0-2. And strike 3 called as he said, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired. Down in order go the Tigers. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Alex Cobb is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
21. Alex
digging in to try it again. Byron Buxton. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Lined into right, a base hit.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a high pop-up. Baez has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
now batting, third baseman.
Stepping up to the plate, Royce Lewis. He flew out in his last at bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed
Count
it.
1-0.
With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Now the 1-0. Swung on, missed in that strike one.
1-1.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And he fouls this one off. Working for the punch out and the offering. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Here now the 2-2. Swung on and crushed. Everyone just stands there and watches it fly. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Number 10 for him on the year as they open it up to 8-3. Sure, you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on ShowTrack. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
Now batting.
Standing in
No
now,
fielder.
Colby Obradovic.
Colby.
Swings and lines it to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on
The
his
catcher,
side.
Dan Robinson.
Into the box now, Dan Robinson.
1-0.
As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. The 1-0 home. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. So 1-1 home. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And that gets through for a one-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
The batter,
Well, that's
number
one
4.
of the, I guess, the advantage of
Shortstop.
hitting with that hole between
Carlos
first and second base, D-Row. First
Correa.
baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and
that's
tried
out.
to beat him.
Carlos Correa is in for the third time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home. Misses off the
Outside,
plate.
that's the ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Now the 2-0. Too high.
That's the ball.
And it's
3 balls,
3-0.
no strike.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
D-Rod.
It's up to a 3-2 full count now.
You got a full count.
When you get
3-2.
yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that goes back to haunt him.
And strike 3 called on the outside corner. He's earned the right to live out there with the fastballs as that's out
The
number
batter,
2.
number 1. Second baseman.
Riding in,
Darren
Obradovic. He
Obradovic.
singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third
Oh,
base coach is
damn.
dying to wave his arm. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave him.
Cobb comes set. 1-0 on its way. Popped up, number 4 near the first base bag. And that ends the inning. But 2-run score for the Twins, both coming on this 2-run home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now 8-3. Next, it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, Riley Green. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Green.
Good change up there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. And off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Count is 1-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
In now, Christian Vasquez. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And a fastball flew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Coming to the plate now, number 4. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. Throwing to second. And going for it. The right call. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Designated hitter.
Wow, the pitcher must be just shaking his head. That pitch wasn't anywhere near the strike zone, but he gave it the old tomahawk chop and somehow connected with it anyway. Now he's standing on second, and he even has to smile about that one.
And this is popped up near second base. Obradovich waits on it, and that retires the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More in a moment on this Friday night. Plate,
leading up for the Twins. The first baseman.
Delivery to him on the way. Inside with the first pitch splitter, and it's 1-0. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Up with it, Vasquez. And the throw is there to record the first out.
The right fielder, number 13.
Into the box now, Shorty Holt. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, no ball on the strike. Some late swing and a miss, strike 2.
2 mid-90s fastballs and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off the field.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Here it comes. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. This will wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
2 and 2.
Hit hard to short. Baez. First, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second inning. Well, it certainly was a bang-bang play, so no surprise here that they're giving it another look, and they may decide to challenge the call on the field.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays, and looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Into the box, Byron Buxton. And he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. McKenna has it. Throwing the dirt for the good scoop at first, saves an error as this side is retiring. Down go the Twins. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
Hey, big curveball right there. He's able to steal a strike. I don't blame the batter one bit. That looked out of the zone, out of the hand, but he was able to drop it in at the top of the strike zone. Swing
and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Digging in, Yoan Moncada. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
He's just bringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Grounded up the first baseline. Well, that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Yoan Moncada, the second out in the 7th inning. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Line drive to left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Around first. He's digging for second. And going for it. The right call. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Now batters.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here. Looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
Number 54.
Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to the right. Foul. The next 0-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. To third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of it. Riding in once again, Alex Healy trying to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Alex Healy.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
For the most part, he's looked really locked in at the plate in this game. Not so much on that swing, though.
Nope.
Good
That's
waste
inside.
pitch, 1-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there.
Now
That's
batting,
clean. 3 for 4. He's looking much better.
Lewis.
Standing in now, Royce Lewis. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Here's a look over to
No,
first.
he's in there.
Back in standing. And another throw.
No, he's
over,
safe.
keeping particularly close tabs on it. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. And that is off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
He's not going to complain, but he was thinking
No
what the
outfielder.
rest of us were thinking when that left
Goldie.
his bat. Home run number 2.
Stop it.
Didn't quite
Didn't
have
stop.
enough, so he has to be
Incomplete.
content with the double.
Digging in and looking for more. Colby of the double.
Number 18.
He hits here in a spot
And,
where he might be able to put this
Maeda.
one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
The 0-1 pitch.
Ball.
And this is high, a ball and a strike.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound.
Hey.
Oh, too late to get him at first. Not a thing of beauty, but it's an infield single nonetheless.
Yeah.
Digging in,
good.
and Robinson. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's
You're
getting
right.
it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, B-Roy. You can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down
No
inside,
ball, 2
okay,
strikes.
there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball.
The next 0-2
2
pitch
strikes.
to him misses outside.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
And it's fouled away. Bases loaded here, nobody out. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
The batter number
Here's
4.
Carlos Correa now.
Shortstop.
Previous head-to-head
Carlos.
matchups with Kenta Maeda. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Hit on the ground to short. Carlos fields it cleanly. He is in there.
Hey, he's in.
And those are plays that cost the ball game.
Second
You're
baseman.
already losing, and then you make an error like that to compound
Over.
things.
Stop it.
That's how things snowball on you, and you start to feel like you can't do anything right.
First pitch on its way.
At the ball.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. The 1-0. Chop foul right by home plate, and it's a ball and a strike. 1-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will land untouched. The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. So stepping in,
Now
Tyler W.
the first baseman,
1 for 4 for the game.
Tyler W.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Good bite to the slider and takes strike 1.
Hey, when a pitcher's put in a tough spot, he's usually going to go to what got him here, and that's this guy's slider. Expect to see that more often.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch. So coming to the plate, Austin Meadows.
Leading off for
So
Detroit,
far 2 for
the
3
right
in
fielder,
this one.
Austin.
First pitch of the at-bat. Driven nicely into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
You could tell he was
Now
thinking
batting,
fastball
the
all
center
the way
fielder,
here, and that's
Riley.
exactly what he got. He was able to
Green.
get the bat hit out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. They're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Dan, back-to-back pitches,
Now batting,
double, then
the
single,
catcher,
ambush,
Chris
That's full. You have a double and an RBI single to drive him in. Potential for a real big inning here.
Number
Your attention,
37
please.
takes the mound
Now
as he's
pitching
been
for
called
the
upon to
Twins.
pitch.
Number
Here's the
37.
first pitch to him. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. Gone all the way into the upper deck.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way you want to start your day as a relief pitcher, giving up
Now
a home
batting.
run.
Into the
Number
box
4.
now, number 4. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, Dero, one of the things about pitching is you don't have rotation, and there's obvious initially today that the pitchers weren't on point.
Now batting, designated
Hitters make the pay, and the long ball is a big part of this one.
Torres.
Here's a fly ball. Well hit. Touchdown. But he can't get it as it's off the wall. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Yeah, and it was a good hit.
batter, number
Almost
9.
getting it past him, but he catches up to it at the last second and goes to the opposite field, and the ball makes it all the way to the wall, allowing him to hustle all the way around for a triple.
Javier Baez is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0. It's the outside corner, strike 1. 3 runs already home here. In the air, straightaway left. Obradovich is going to get there, and the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 9-7 game. Curveball.
Count
and
1-0.
misses in the dirt for ball 1. 4 runs here in this half inning. In for a strike, it's 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back even now at 2-2. 2-2. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So it's 4 runs on Up next for Minnesota,
Leading
Shorty
off for the
Holt
Twins.
to lead things off
The
against
winner.
Kenta Maeda.
Shorty
He'll step out at the
Holt.
plate and reassess things here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing, and he pops him up. McHenry backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Byron Buxton. He was retired with a ground ball last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Yep, that ball
Buxton
went out.
ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Left field. Number 60 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Now it would be the Minnesota
designated
hitter,
hitter,
Alex Healy. He'll look to keep it going 3 for 4 so far in the ballgame. Turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ballgame.
Wow, when you're swinging the bat
the
like
third
he is,
baseman,
you want the game to go to extra so you can get some
Lewis.
more ABs. That's his 3rd hit of the game, and his swing just keeps getting better and better. Almost hit that one out of here, but he'll take the shovel anytime.
Now in the box, Royce Lewis. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1.
And a ball,
Ball 1,
1-0.
no strike.
Healy stands at second with 2 gone. Good movement there, and he's not even close. 1-1.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
In the dirt, and now let's see. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. The 1-2. Oh, and this one ran in and got it. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one. Into the box now, holding Obradovic. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
Obradovic.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. There's the circle change, and a dandy that time as he jumps ahead with strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1.
0-2 is the count.
Late swing there on the changeup. Couldn't make up his mind, I guess. It's strike 2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Green on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So back to the top of the Detroit lineup, digging in. Number 60 has got 3 hits, including a double to this point.
Please.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Number 59.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. 1-2 now. It just catches the outer half.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Through first and hustling for second. And the Tigers are in business right away. It's a leadoff double.
Now that's exactly what they needed. Down by 2 runs, the leadoff man puts himself in scoring position with the tying run coming to plate. The temptation for the next batter is to swing for the fences and tie it up with 1 swing, but a base hit brings home a run and keeps the momentum on your side. We'll see how he goes about it.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
I got to count 1 and 2.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is.
Ball 2.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2 and 2. Fastball swung on, missed for the first out. Now at the plate, Austin Meadows. 3 hits, including a pair of doubles for him thus far. First pitch is a splitter for a called strike. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
There's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
Now after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
Yanked on the ground down the line. Step on first for the out, and a ball game is over.
And he just keeps on going and going. That's save number 35 for the season. And he's proven to be as reliable as anyone in the game.
9-7, the final score in this ball game. Minnesota took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Pablo Lopez earns his 8th victory of the season. Spencer Turnbull permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. Johan Duran closes the door for the save, his 35th of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
9 runs, 14 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting in the American League Central, the Minnesota their 10 total hits as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers. 8